Hi, welcome to another episode of Adventures in Glass with Doug. This is the place where we take thrifted glass and make some really cool sculptures out of it. We can put them in the house, we can put them on the deck, the patio, out in the garden. We can get some really interesting new sculptures out of old glass. So what do we got going on today? Well, I've got some pieces in the red range today that we're going to try to put together into something that will have to be used indoors, and I'll explain why. If you're new to the channel, you probably ought to subscribe, please. Check out some of the other videos to see what we've been up to, and welcome. If you are a returning viewer, hey, I love seeing you back again. Thanks. Okay, so let's talk about some of the pieces we have here today. I've got a ceramic ball. You can occasionally find those in thrift stores. I have a dish that really seems to be part of a collection. I've actually found a couple of these dishes. I found this piece which, after working on it to clean it, because I think it had some residual glue, I think it was probably part of a candle set that would have, looked something like that. Candle holder set. But the stem must have broken off. That, again, kind of goes with this set, although they were discovered separately. Just an ordinary clear plate and a bowl that had a label made in China. So what's interesting is I want to be able to use this piece, but I want to explain a few things about it. It's obviously been painted, meaning the clear glass had this chrome paint or film applied to the inside, and then a red paint or tinting applied to the outside. It enhances the chrome silver on the inside, enhances the look on the outside because it kind of reflects back like a mirror through the glass. So it's kind of interesting. But when things are painted or tinted like this, it's not always 100% color safe. Meaning, for instance, you may or may not be able to see, but when I went to take the label off of the bottom, the price label, and then there was another sticker on there, they peeled up a lot of that red paint. That didn't come off cleanly and leave that red on there. You also will notice inside some of the chrome has been washed off or abraded off in some fashion. So in that situation, along with what I think is the same case of this, having this gold decorative paint put on there, I believe that is a paint that probably isn't going to hold up outside any more than this would hold up if it was outside for a long period of time. So these pieces, while very decorative, are not necessarily going to be completely weatherproof. So I think for that reason, when this is completed, it should stay inside and be a decorative piece. Okay, so if you've watched some of my videos, you know that typically I'll take a nice solid heavy base like this, and many times, just to change things up to the next level, I'll put some sort of a plate at that level, which I'm going to be doing here, and then I'm going to build it from there. So let's start putting these pieces together. By the way, this, I don't know, it's probably a candle holder, because I think it would be a very small cordial glass. It has a gold leaf rim on it too, so I kind of want, I think that will work in with the other gold and will be visible. But anyway, that's for a little later in the construction. I recommend for fastening these glass pieces together that we use 100% silicone. This caulking is very good. I use the GE brand. It works very well for me. In cases where I want things to be waterproof in terms of their connections. I really want to make sure that if anything goes wrong, I can cut the silicone out and replace maybe a broken dish or something that somehow got damaged. So for me, that's good. But there are people who use epoxy, and that's fine if you're familiar with it and you don't mind working with it. To me, far fewer cautions and concerns with silicone. You should be able to find them at any of your hardware stores. If you can't or can't get out, I've got a link in the description below to where you can get them online. Okay, I'm working this a little bit to make sure that it'll come out of the tube nicely for me. Okay, we're going to put, and with all these reflective glass surfaces, it's easier for me to have my glasses. I'm going to put a rim of the silicone, or a bead of silicone, in a rim around the top here. You know, if you like the videos that I do, give me a thumbs up so I know that I'm on track. If you have a comment or two about something you'd like to see, or tell me about something you tried, I'd love to know about it. Okay. Getting things centered up, symmetrical, can be tricky. You can either find a pattern in some of your glassware that will be circular that you can match up, or I just like using this turntable to help me spin it and see where I'm at. Okay, so the first part of our construction is complete. I think I can take my second piece, or actually the third piece, and get it set up in here. That's where that piece is going to go. And it's got a fairly thin rim, so in putting the caulking on there, you want to be able to get enough but not too much. Okay, we have our rim of caulk. We have 3 pieces together. Let's see where we're going next. Maybe you can guess. Now, even though most of this piece is visible on this side, I'm still going to put that side down. I think you'll be able to see it, but it doesn't work to go that way. So we're going to put, in this case, I think I'll put my silicone on the top edge. And next step is to take this and then not knock the table. I think I'm going to wait on my very last piece after that. Okay, so we're going to put a bead of caulk here. So we're going to let that dry and come back to it before we add the last piece on top. And this piece will be done.